West Indies started a little bit better with Ishan Matara at point, effecting the run out, but it hasn't continued in that direction. It's something that need to change in the final 10 overs if they're so to salvage this game.
Well, all of a sudden it feels as though the honours are even. The West Indies, no doubt, had the best of the first half of that first session, but Nepal are surging thanks to a good partnership. It's worth 31 now, and as we get to the halfway stage of the first innings, it'll be time for the players to take in a drink, with Nepal at 74 for 3.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Unity Cup, Nepal versus West Indies. Powered by Extreme Energy Drink in association with Coca-Cola, NASA Securities, Lovey Hospitality Group, associate sponsors, Bazaar sponsor, Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles, supported by Model Institute of Technology, MIT, Nepal Nepal Tourism Board, Pradhan IVF Nepal, Vivo, broadcasted by Hotel of Nepal Bandar.
ये ना बात है कि पछाड़ी कर
Start of the show thus far, striking at more than 150. Sandeep Jora has come in, this is his role, to play, to work it around, to allow the power hitters to come in after. Likes of Dipender Singh Airi and Gulshan Jha and the returning Mohammad Adil Alam. Here's the 3 wickets that have fallen. Kushal Patel got himself in a horrible tangle. Rowan Powdell probably just felt the pressure of the dot balls building up against him. This was probably the unforgivable one. Real mix-up, marvellous work. The youngster at backward point combined with Jason Holder to catch Kusal Mala short. Run out for 7. Lots of spin options for the West Indies tonight. Fabian Allen experienced one of those. Comes into the attack for the first time. The 2 right-handers in the crease. The talk you would imagine, Carlos, for the West Indies in that drinks break will be that they need to break this partnership. They do take on the single. That could have been close. He's a fantastic, a phenomenal fielder, Fabian Allen. The initial stop was very good. Could this have been out with a direct hit?
Definitely it's close. Talk about fielding and fielding prowess. I think Fabian Allen's the best in the world. Slight fumble on the return, up quickly and would have been gone. Would have been gone.
Talk about him being one of the best fielders in the world. Kareem Agor's catch the other day comes with that pedigree from the USA days. I think this was out, I think you're right, gone for all money. To even turn that into an opportunity was marvellous athleticism. Must have been impressed by Nepal's fielding, not just Dipender Singh Airi, who you knew all about having played with him at the GT20, but Kushal Patel too.
Yeah, it was a good fielding performance. I think the intensity is what I love. A lot of it fast across the ground. They get to the ball quickly. They look hungry. think if yours is more important, you are the underdog, you know you have to get over the centuries, right? You know you have to, in cricket, the basics, that's fielding, there's turning ones into twos, that's turning twos into ones when you're in the field, being really tight, almost having a siege mentality. And if the big dog isn't up to the mark, you can outgun them with your basics versus their skills.
I know that you've been well prepped, and I'm not saying they were underestimating Nepal, but do you feel they were surprised by particularly the spin to the ball that the fielder showed? Swept very powerfully and swept for four. Controlled stroke of the highest quality. Asif Sheikh going through the gears nicely. It's 80 for three.
Battery.
Really good shot this one.
Luckily.
Yeah, off the stumps, but he stepped off the length.
Battery.
Works nicely. Getting all the back, all the ball into the ground.
Hotel at your fingertips. This Parika Vietnam Hotel. Hotel booking पनि यी सेवाबाट
धेरै पछाडि
Really good platform for Nepal. Very, very humid evening out there. Sweetie's probably just starting to feel the pressure a touch, so much so, the captain has said, now's the time for me to bowl my fourth and final over.
Maybe that one's 40.
जान्दैछ
So I think psychologically being in this situation, they're feeling the pressure a bit.
Even if this is a tight over, let's say it goes for 2 or 3, Nepal still have a position whereby they might better their score from 2 days ago.
I think the first thing is look after the middle. They think that how the innings subsided in the first game, that they can do something similar and restrict Nepal. However, we know in cricket, wickets in hand are so important, and they would think that with wickets in hand, it's possible for them to finish better than they did in the first game. That would be the cause of concern. So Akil Hussain has brought himself back to try to make a breakthrough. Asif Sheikh won well on 48 off 31. Joe better than a run of ball. So this is a seasoned partnership. He's seen the importance of having to break it.
It's a remarkably similar position to 2 days ago, because at the end of the 12th over, that historic win for Nepal, they were 82 for 3. So almost a carbon copy. Posted 148 that night. You'd like a few more, I suspect, with the fact that Akil Hussain will be bowled out in 2 deliveries' time. They take on the quick single, and Sheikh had to hurry. An appeal from Akil Hussain, a delayed one. He says, how is that, umpire? Umpire has a think and says, no, we won't go upstairs. Safe single.
I just think it should have been more of a chance. It's not close at all, so could it have been a crooked throw? Could Akil Hussain be behind the stumps to have to catch and go back? Questions are being asked of a young West Indies fielding team, but youth should mean exuberance and intensity.
It's a very good set, as always, from Akil Hussain. He'll finish with the marvellous figures. Well, 4 overs, 2 for 21. It's 83 for 3.
यो डाक्टर नवीन को सधैँ नयाँ चमकदार देखिने जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छन् कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी पाकिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाहना
छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एसियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो
यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष
Allen. Here's another boundary, perhaps the first 6 of the innings. And this has been some lovely ball striking to go with 12 fours from Nepal.
Fantastic, Sandeep Zora. 24 of 17. He has come back into the side. Second match he's playing in this series. Very well timed. He's a very elegant player, Sandeep. Brilliant. A 6 followed by a single.
Use your wicket, boys.
Let's have a look at this in the replay. Very well timed.
It's a wonderfully well-compiled half-century for Asif Sheikh. His 8th in T20 internationals. And he joins his brother who has a half-century against the West Indies in ODIs. The Sheikhs doing their thing.
One of the most stylish batters. He's been getting starts as well. 50 of 34. Wonderful opportunity for him to convert. Reverse hit this time. Big appeal. Would have missed the stumps for sure. The younger Sheikh, Asif Sheikh. Some exquisite looking shots. Times the ball really well. Swept pretty hard but straight to the field. This time only a single. How rare is it, Ian, for both the brothers to be so good, to make it to the national side? Such proud parents. There must be in his home city in Birganj. On the back foot towards the offside. Will be a single. So 50 partnership has also come up after 13, 93 for 3.
It's wonderfully compiled.
पिउने पानी भण्डारणको लागि सबैभन्दा उपयुक्त स्टेनलेस स्टिल वाटर ट्याङ्क पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याङ्क 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित
This time came down the track, and right thing to do as well. While now getting into a very strong position and this freedom for the batters to come down the track. They're certainly looking for a score better than what they scored the first match. up as well. So Nepal.
Partnership well established. Good running again. So that's some of the impressive stuff that they've done. They've supplemented the boundary. Supplemented the boundary hitting.
Another single. 12 runs of this over. 14 gone. 105 for 3.
I think they've sort of, not shocked, but surprised the West Indies with the consistency of boundary hitting, the aggression that they've shown with the bat.
Could not have agreed more. The counter-attack was right on point for Nepal. That's exactly how they should have approached this game, and they did the same. And I think it has surprised the West Indies team.
Please. And what have the spinners done? Navin Videsi's a lot more expensive than he was in that first game. He's gone at 9s. Motara's bowled 1 for 13. Fabian Allen at 8s is not too bad. So it's not surprising they've had to go back to one of their 2 specialist seamers in Blades.
He's timing the ball really well here, Sandeep Zora. You think of Sandeep and you think of youngsters who you think have underperformed in their career. He's out of the side as well. Tremendous ability. Fantastic timer of the ball. And a very handy fielder himself. That's the VIP box there. Chaturbahadur Chand, the president of Cricket Association of Nepal. You other board members as well.
Should be gone, should be. No one goes for it. Unbelievable. Hussain left it for Blades. Blades left it for Hussain. In the end, no one. No love lost now.
Miscommunication. One thought the other would go for it. Eventually, none did. Very lucky this. Very fortuitous here. Is it Sandeep Zora's night? Asif, 53 of 37. He's been there right from the start. Nepal lost both its openers early in the previous game, but this time Asif has stayed there. And this is how the ball landed on no man's land. Yes, Asif probably just came in the way of the bowler, but should have been better communication anyways.
Cross seamer here again from Blades. Yeah, that's another area that the West Indies hope to improve on from the first game. There were 10 wides. Yeah, I think that's where Akil Hussain has to accept that he should have gone for the catch, because Blades was definitely alongside the batter, just momentarily, just there. So he was a little inhibited, which Akil Hussain should have been the one to take that.
Slow one this time, beaten up completely. Asif looking to pull that shot, pull that ball, completely beaten up.
It's a field set that suggests maybe a higher percentage of going into the surface with 4 deep fielders leg side, only 1 fielder outside of the circle offside. 2 straight on that occasion.
Another wide. This has been a consistent problem for the West Indies bowlers. Six wides already, 10 in the first match. Bonus runs here for Nepal. Beaten this time with the pace. Very tight over this time, 3 runs despite the 2 wides. 15 gone, 108 for 3.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Score after 15 overs almost runs parallel with what Nepal managed to achieve at the same point in the innings in the first game. They were 4 down then for 108, but they got strangled a little bit in the last 5. Kyle Mayers into the attack. Sometimes you'd see Kyle Mayers a lot in this format, Sachin, use the new ball and swing it into the right-handers or across the left-handers. Occasionally he'd bowl at the back end. It's not an easy job coming to bowl your first over now in what we call the death with 2 set batters.
Really well this time. The sound of the bat, fantastic. And first 6 for Asif. It was towards the bigger side of the ground. Fantastic shot, and he knew the ball had traveled the distance right after he struck. The sound so crispy. Nepal going on really well here.
And they're not big boundaries here by any stretch of the imagination, but that was a fantastic blow. 12 fours, 3 sixes. Previous game, 8 sixes and 6 fours in their innings.
Onside again. Didn't get to the middle of the bat this time, I suppose. This has been a wonderful innings for Asif. He scored 60, stayed there when his partners were falling. Nepal lost 3 early wickets. And this partnership now, 73 of 56 already. Zora, 38 of 28. Perfect partnership that Nepal required at that point of time. Looking to go back for the second run. They decide to go for the second run. This is not even a new thing now. Nepal converting ones into twos. Almost a hallmark of Nepal's approach.
And that was decisive in that first game. And they have to look now to Jason Holder with his 2 overs left to come back into the attack to look to close out the innings. He's their go-to man at the end of the innings and try to stem this wonderful partnership. It's truly been spectacular. Nepal going well, 121 for 3.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Really good partnership. It should have been broken, and I fully agree with Ian Bishop that it should have been Akil Hussain, the captain. He should have come in with his momentum, having walked in to take that catch that would have dismissed Sandeep Jura. The life has been given, and it means Holder is called upon for a very important 2 overs. Doesn't look best pleased with a couple of the decisions tonight, but that one clearly a wide as I say good evening to Paresh Lahani. Nepal in a good position here, Paresh.
Good evening, Lenny. Yes, Nepal definitely in a very good position here. Still 7 wickets in hand. Power hitters yet to come. Gulshan Jha, Dipendra Singh Aire and Adil Alam. 3 power hitters. Very good innings by Zora and Asif Sheikh.
Big swing and a miss. You can see in that little statistic in the bottom left of your screen. Here at Sharjah in T20s this year, there's been plenty of runs on offer towards the end of the innings.
We can clearly see just 7.83 in the power play, middle overs 7.99 and 11.38 in the death overs.
Man at long on is going to watch it sail over his head. Rowan Powell elated with that. The captain claps on as Jura finds another maximum, his 3rd. Nepal on the charge.
This was picked up very nicely by Sandeep Zora, over long on for a 6. And off cutter ball by Jason Holder. Nicely picked away by Sandeep Zora for a 6. The 3rd 6, as you said, Lenny, has moved to 49 of 33. A good partnership this, 85 of 62.
Yet another big selection call from Stuart Law has gone right. So many have called for this man to get into this T20I side more regularly. He's been given his chance, and he's shown all his class to make a 4th T20I 50. First coming against a Test nation, first against the West Indies for him. And he's played ever so well. Has come off 34 balls, 3 4s, 3 6s.
You can see the strike rate 147.1 for Sandeep Zora. Asif Sheikh opened the batting. He's on 60 of 42. 3 6s and 3 4s for Sandeep Zora in his 50, facing just 32 balls. 34 balls, I beg your pardon.
Hold around the wicket, Asif Sheikh. Sheikh just loses his shape completely. Good change of pace, bowled into the surface. Yeah, both of these batters, both Asif Sheikh and Sandeep Jora, tasting milestone 50s against Test nations in this format for the first time. It's just such a golden opportunity for this Nepal side.
Yes, it is. One up in the series, 3-match series for Nepal and West Indies. The first time a T20I bilateral series has been played by Nepal.
Man out at deep cover. He's not quite going to get there, and if anyone could have got there, it would have been Superman himself, Fabian Allen. Just checked up, dipped on him in the deep. Rohit Paudel spoke about 160 at the toss. They're right on track for that and maybe more.
Absolutely they are. If this partnership moves towards the 20th over, they might well get exception of 160. You can see the projected score there.
Good Yorker, and well dug out too by Sandeep Jora, who will keep the strike. It's 131 for 3. How much of the performance?
Fair and Handsome, Baneko sa Smart and Handsome brightening cream and face wash with nature and science. Natsai reduces dark spots, gives instant brighter look. Smart and Handsome. Har ek din
Handsome code.
Just 2 appearances in the CPL this year for the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Yeah, he is one of the pick of the bowlers for today. Jadia, 3.1 overs, just 15 runs given away by him. Under 5 runs per over for him.
Towards long on, and again over his head. Jora showing his power and his class to go with it. That's his 4th maximum.
Talking about Zadia bowling good overs, 3.1 overs for 15 runs. Ultimately gets a 6 in the last over of his spell.
Oh, 6 more. Massive. What a strike from Sandeep Jora. Nepal are in dreamland here.
Sandeep Jora just catching on to his partner Asif Sheikh. He's crossed his partner, 63 of just 38 deliveries. 100 partnership in 69 balls.
What a way to go to that landmark 100 partnership. That's cleared the ropes by many a mile. Outstanding strike, probably the biggest 6 of the night. Just sublime from Sandeep Jora. And Nepal fans probably can't quite believe it's already a career best for him, passing the 56 he made against PNG. That was out in Hong Kong last year. He just keeps going, but this time I think he might have holed out. Hit it straight to the man. And the fun is going to end for the moment, but what an innings we've witnessed. Strike rate up over 160, career best numbers for Jora, but he perishes in the hunt for 3 consecutive 6s. But we're going to maybe just have a look at the front foot, Paresh. Surely not.
Sandeep Zora just held there by the umpire to check the front foot of the bowler.
Asif Sheikh knows his cricket. He said, wait, you just wait. The umpires want to have a look upstairs. Surely not, young Jediah Blades. Surely you've kept your front foot behind that line. Oh, now, I'm glad I'm not up in the box. Buddy Pradhan has all that experience. He'll have to adjudicate, is there anything behind the line? I don't know, Paresh, is my answer. Much rather be here than in the hot seat. This is very, very close.
It sure is. They always say the line belongs to the umpire. Is this the part when he lands the heel?
All he needs is something behind the line at the point of contact. The foot is not down at that stage, it is there. Now, is there any part of the big size 12, size 13s behind that front line? Sandeep Jora has actually gone back into his position. He feels as though this will be given as a no ball. It's ever so close. By maybe just the barest of margins. Despite Sandeep Jora having retaken his position, he thought it was a no ball from looking up at the big screen. But Buddy Pradhan said just a millimetre, just something behind the line. It means that Jora's gone for 63. It's 143 for 4.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
So close, wasn't it? I got you're giving it a ball, you mean? Not giving it out.
Young Gulshan Jat, the power hitting left-hander to the crease at number 6. He can have impact, but a wicket will always stem the momentum that Nepal have built up. Has come in a little bit of controversy because of just how close it was. He did 2 sixes the 2 previous balls, Paresh.
That came out of the inner part of the bat, couldn't time it. He hit 2 consecutive sixes and trying to hit the third one perishes. Nevertheless, a wonderful innings by Sandeep Zora.
Really skillful bowling. Outside of those 2 sixes, that was an outstanding spell from Jediah Blades. 1 for 27 for him. It's 143 for 4.
Get the best value American degree in Nepal. How do you say? Well, we got the best of everything, all at the best value.
Mason Holder is a certainty to bowl one of the final 2. The big question is who's going to bowl the other one. It'll be a very tall task to ask of one of the 2 young wrist spinners. Bit of say has bowled 3. Here comes Holder. To say to bowl the 20th and final. Kyle Mayers is the other option. I suppose the experience of Fabian Allen possibly to spear them in, but Gulshan Jha loves left arm spin if he's still at the crease in the 20th and final. Just outside the guideline. No arguments this time from Jason Holder because Gulshan Jha did not move.
He's trying to bowl to his field, but bowling a bit wider of the off stump of the left-hander. He has a short third, backward deep point, a cover point, and a long off as well. There's a short extra cover.
Sliced away, and sliced all the way. What a stunning stroke from Gulshan Jha. How's he got this all the way for 6?
He timed it very well, Gulshan Jha. He's a very good timer of the ball, a good hitter, a big hitter as well. I think the bottom hand came into play.
Dumbstruck here. Don't know how he's got that up and away for 6. Like a bullet all the way into the gate. Clever comeback. The pace comes off. The fingers are rolled over the delivery.
Gulshan Jha talking to himself, just telling himself, I think, to keep your mind calm. Still 6.3 overs, 1.3 overs to go.
Oh, now, I think he's hit him. He may well have a concussion check here because the short ball has just surprised Gulshan Jha, given his leg buys, and rightly, we will see the physio brought on. Paresh, I know your prowess with the bat. You are maybe a little more technically correct than Gulshan Jha up at the top of the order, but how, oh how, has he got this one all the way over the rope? It wasn't a bad delivery necessarily.
This was the ball that hit his helmet. A good bumper by Jason Holder. Let's hope he's fine, Gulshan Jha. He gave a thumbs up to Jason Holder when he asked him, are you okay or not?
It was a really heavy blow. Good to see that he's okay and fit to continue. Now, let's have a look at this 6. How did he get this there all the way?
This is all the bottom hand that he used to play the shot. You can see that. Look at the use of the bottom hand.
Outstanding, and I think it's actually where Jason Holder's trying to bowl. He's trying to get it full and wide outside the off stump. Audacious in the way in which, as you say, gets that bottom hand through the stroke. Love the Nepal flag on the gloves as well. 19 boundaries altogether. Just like we saw the other evening with many different players clearing the ropes, Nepal showing their power. Very good bowling. Crucial dots as the leg by had brought Asif Sheikh onto strike. He's just maybe hit a bit of a lull, a slow spot here in the final 5.
Yes, he has, because of Sandeep Zohra, who played so well. A good innings by him. And Jason Holder is bowling to his field. There's a deep backward point and a deep extra cover. Short third, cover point, and mid-off is inside the circle.
Now, how's this one gone all the way? Almost an action replay, a mirror image, if you will. The first one belonged to Gulshan Jha. This one belongs to Asif Sheikh. The over ends in some style. It's 158 for 4.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
It's come as a team. They've all carried the side in their own way. First it was Asif Sheikh, critical the way in which he's carrying his bat through this innings. Then Sandeep Johra really picked it up. And now Gulshan Jah. Look at that, outstanding batting again, the bottom hand coming through. Final over. It's Kyle Mayers to bowl it. How's that's the appeal, and it's given. Gets it full, gets it straight, and it's good enough to find the 5th wicket.
We were wondering who's going to bowl the last over. It is Kyle Mayers bowling a full delivery, a Yorker, getting Gulshan Jah right in front of the stumps. Gulshan has to depart.
It was really full. Yes, the back foot, they don't come any easier than that. There's been 2 decisions tonight for Durga Subedi. He said, I may as well not be here. Anyone would have given it out. Gonna go on it, face the middle. It was short and sweet, 6 off 6. 158 for 5. Sorry, push back to that side. To the crease, his first international, could be run out here in 3 years instead. I think he's going to get 2 leg byes, and I think we're going to have another concussion check, because for the second time in 2 overs the helmet has been struck and the physio will have to scamper on. Good use of the short ball from Kyle Mayers. Rather remarkably, that was his first ever T20I wicket. He bowls so much in the franchise leagues, I couldn't believe that when our statistician told us. But another good bouncer.
Yes, it was right on the grill. Adil Alam, he must be shook by that delivery. Anyway, 2 runs added to Nepal's total, 160 for 5 in the last over of the innings.
Is this a very conscientious piece of leadership from Stuart Law and Rohit Powdell to get Mohammad Adil Alam, who'll be so nervous after that 3-year gap? Just 14 international appearances. And then obviously a very well publicised reasons why he hasn't been in the team, but back in, he's shown really good form. And he's got big power hitting levers. That has gone many a mile. Welcome back to international cricket, Mohammad Adil Alam.
Even though it was a full toss, the first ball he got a blow on his helmet, and the second ball he hit it for a maximum 6.
The reason I was going to ask you, is it a conscientious piece of leadership, not going with Dipender Singh Airi, who's known as the 6 hitter, going with Adil Alam, giving him his chance back in to the red and blue of Nepal?
It's turning out to be a good decision by the captain and the coach.
Beat the captain there, right on the edge of the circle. Great moment for Mohammad Adil Alam. The power that Nepal have shown in the latter stages of this innings. They didn't hit a single 6 in the first 10 overs. They've hit 9 inside 10 overs in the second half.
Yeah, courtesy goes to Sandeep Johra. 3 6s that he hit. And even Asif Sheikh and Gulshan Jah. And now, Mohammad Adil Alam.
He's missed out here. They're going to try and scamper. A run. No, it's all happening. The butterfingers kicking in, the dew potentially, maybe the humidity. West Indies looking a bit rattled for the second time in just 48 hours.
Yes, they have been. Apart from that 6, this has been a very good over by Kyle Mayers. Again, trying to bowl a leg cutter going down the leg side.
Edged, an extra 4. The runs keep coming. 170's being crossed now. And it's a very, very satisfied looking captain, Rohit Powdell.
Yes, he must be very satisfied with the boys batting like that. Adil Alam getting an edge. Fine. Down to Third man boundary. Last ball to go.
Really good performance this from Nepal. Hugely impressive. Now this is going to be gone. It'll be 2 for Mares. The third ever so easy LBW decision for Durga Subedi, all coming at that end. I think he'll be satisfied with that though. Mohammad Adil Alam back into international cricket. The only change to the team tonight. He's had his impact with 2 boundaries, and if you had offered Nepal 173 from their 20 overs, I think they would have taken it.
The last 5 overs yielded 65 runs, losing 3 wickets for Nepal. 10 runs per over scored in the last 5. More than 10, 12 runs per over. It was dead in front. A very good performance by the batters of Nepal. Asif Sheikh remaining unbeaten on 68 of 47.
Yeah, maybe a few smiles there from the men from the Caribbean, but there is some concern. They know they are going to have to bat incredibly well to chase this total down and to stay in this series. They lose tonight, it's an unassailable 2-0 lead for Nepal, and who would have thought that 2 days ago, let alone a couple of years ago. The associates do not get to play the full members all together too often. They're showing yet again here in Sharjah why they belong, why Nepal belong. And as one of the great songs in the last couple of years has the fans dancing in the stands. They're going to be so proud of their men from the Himalayas again. A pair of 60s, 60 for Asif Sheikh and 60 for Sandeep Jora has helped drive this total of 173 for 6. Marvellous partnership, that one, between those 2 key men.
Yes, exactly 100 partnership between Asif Sheikh and Sandeep Jora. Only 2 batters crossing the 60-run mark. Yielded 173 for 6 in 20 overs. 13 extras for
the bowlers. Well, the 5 wickets that went to those of the ball alongside the run out. 2 for Kyle Mares, who I suppose did the job that was asked of him. 2 for 21, the pick of the attack, no doubt. That was Akil Hussain, the captain. I thought Jediah Blades bowled exceptionally well for his 1 for 27. Okay, let's get down pitch side for some immediate reaction. Carlos Brathwaite has Jason Holder alongside him.
Jason Prime Billet बाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या 500 XT र 550 XT पञ्चकन्या Steel.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Is pretty much a power score this day and age of T20 cricket. I think if we set it up really well, we'll give ourselves a good chance to have a crack at it.
All right, go well, Jason. Best of luck for second half.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to hear the thoughts of Jason Holder, as always. Well, we've got a real game on our hands here, there's no doubt about that. Second highest total that Nepal have ever made against a full member nation, and they will be very pleased at the halfway stage. You would think West Indies are going to have to bat well to hunt down that target of 174 and square the series. Don't go anywhere too far. All the action in just a few moments' time.
यो डाक्टर नवीनको सधैँ नयाँ चमकदार देखिनेका जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छन् कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी पाकिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाम
छोरा जन्मिदा घरमा एशियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो
यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष
hottest bite. It's delicious.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Panchakanya bathwear. Luxury made affordable.
Get the best value American degree in Nepal. How do you say? Well, we got the best of everything. All at the best value.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप होटल बुकिङ अब इसेवाबाटै 2000 plus hotels all across Nepal. Hotels with the best rooms, relaxed retreat reserved. Hotels for everyone. Escape to a holiday without the hassle. अब होटल बुकिङ पनि ई सेवाबाट
हामी हौ केआईसी अपलोड स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसनको लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम अस्ट्रेलिया युके युएस क्यानाडा न्युजिल्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाईं आउने हैन त केआईसी
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's delicious.
fair and handsome अब छ sexy manly attractive romantic tough
Fair and Handsome भनेको छ smart and handsome brightening cream and face wash with nature and science. Natsa reduces dark spots, gives instant brighter look. Smart and handsome.
हरेक दिन handsome code
Prime billetबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड Panchakanya 500 XT, 550 XT. Panchakanya Steel.
Hi, I'm Ronishma. पूरा नाम भन्यो भने सोशल मिडियामा स्टक गर्छौ तर अहिले मलाई मेरो करियरमा फोकस गर्नु छ र हजुरहरूले पनि गर्नुपर्छ किनभने जानु छ अब्रॉड जस्तै अस्ट्रेलियामा डेटा साइन्स युएसए मा आईटी या युके मा बिजनेस त्यसैले ग्लोबल रिचलाई गर्नुहोस् राइट स्वाइप कहाँ पढ्नुहुन्छ के पढ्नुहुन्छ कुन युनिभर्सिटी भिजा कसरी सबै ग्लोबल रिचले हेर्छ
chicken noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's delicious.
पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याग 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित।
Brother, KFC मा केही गोल्ड छ भने देखाउनुस् न प्लिज।
Introducing the KFC Gold Edition, a taste like never before. The best of KFC, topped with melting cheese gold.
यो त गोल्ड भन्दा नि दामी रहेछ। अनि मेरो नक्कली भन्दा दामी रहेछ भाइ।
पिउने पानी भण्डारणको लागि सबैभन्दा उपयुक्त स्टेनलेस स्टिल वाटर ट्याङ्क पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याङ्क 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित। पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याङ्क 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित।
Nepal versus West Indies, powered by Extreme Energy Drink in association with Coca-Cola, NASA Securities, Lovey Hospitality Group, associate sponsors Bajaj Pulsar, Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles, E-Sewa, supported by Model Institute of Technology MIT, Nepal Airlines, Nepal Tourism Board, Bardhan IVF Nepal, Vivo, broadcasted by Routine of Nepal Bandhan.
Will be hoping to put the finishing touches on a wonderful performance with the bat. The West Indies though will be battling to square this series. It'll be a new opening partnership today with Jewel Andrew, hoping to display his best wares with Kyle Mears, who was run out unfortunately through some excellence in the field by Nepal in the previous game. Carlos Brathwaite alongside me. What do you want to see from this opening partnership?
These are two of the more experienced out of an inexperienced bunch. They need to show the class. I think the power play is mightily important. It's a shift from the two left-handed openers that we saw in the first game to a right-hand, left-hand combination. I think that's the counteract. The 1 or 2 overs, the Pindra Singh Irime bowl, that's a good matchup. So now that you have a matchup that would be favourable, especially if there's spin, with 2 out in the power play, they need to be expressive, they need to make a dent into this chase from the power play. 2 of your better players, more experienced surely, you need to show the class, they need to show and prove their worth.
Still a teenager, Jewel Andrew, will be hoping that the restrictions of the power play would work into his favour. Less than a handful of T20 internationals. Much more experienced Kalmes, as you heard from Carlos. Will be hoping to use his power, strike rate close to 140. Bindra Singh Iri with a long on, fairly wide and a deep forward square leg right of your screen. That is something to keep an eye on. He looked to keep the ball tracking inside of the stumps most times with that field set. One for 24, Irie, in that first game. Slip is gone. Into a backward point area. For both coaches will be on tender hooks. Stuart Law on the cusp of a first series win. Rayon Griffith, who's been handed the leading role for this tour, will also be nervous. Five dots. Very good from the Binder Singh Irie. Couldn't he close it out with a maiden in the first over of this chase? No, he can't, but just one. An excellent first over. One without loss.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Karen KC, he got some swing in that first game. Joel Andrews straddling the crease line.
And there's hesitation already, and that's what a good fielding unit does. It was a quite regulation single, you think, to the dive. And even if he picked it up on the dive, could he have actually ran one of the batters out? But the hesitation is because of 2 run-outs in the first game. With this man on screen, Kyle Mears, losing his wicket to 1. A swift pick-up, throw, and direct hit. So there's already hesitation, and there's an awareness of what they have to do to get past the Nepalese fielders.
Deep pointy backward square in place. Joel Andrew a long way down. Be careful with these swift fielders. Where did it pitch? That's one of the first questions for the umpire.
That was close, very, very close. Where is it pitching? Normally you'd think if it's hitting and it doesn't straighten and it's not full enough, it may be missing. That look close on first glance.
Changing the field with deep point coming up and mid-on, push back to long on. Matches for Akil Hussain, Kyle Mears, 14 Jason Holder with the most, and then Fabian Allen. But a paucity of matches played by the rest of the 11 today. Less than a handful on most occasions.
Yeah, talk about inexperience, and it's still a West Indies team, and there's still a level of pride that you exude when pulling on the maroon. So it's no excuse, still have a job to do. It is a very inexperienced, especially batting lineup.
And that to me was the challenge. In chasing in that first game where I thought that 148 was a competitive score, because now a lot of these young kids outside of Kyle Mayers in the top order have to take leading roles rather than being in a supporting role if a Shea Hope or let's say a Shimron Hepmeyer or Shufin Rutherford or Ruston Chase is there. That is a different responsibility in itself. 3 without loss.
Fair and handsome. भनेको छ smart and handsome. Brightening cream and face wash. With nature and science, Natsai reduces dark spots. Gives instant brighter look. Smart and handsome.
हरेक दिन
Handsome code.
हामी हौ KIEC पपुलर स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसनको लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम। अस्ट्रेलिया, UK, US, क्यानाडा, न्युजिल्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाई? आउने हैन त KIEC।
Depth and experience, big gap. Almost 400 games. Not something we're accustomed to seeing from Nepal in this field, but there's almost 400 games difference, and we have the history of the West Indies, but if you look at the playing 11s alone, there's far more experience in blue and red versus maroon and yellow. We saw that lack of experience, especially with the bat in the first game. It's an even bigger mountain to climb with the bat, chasing to save the series.
And that makes it even tougher. He was at the stumps in that first over, and here as well. He's forced Joel Andrew to expose those stumps. Brilliant from Dipindra Singh Airi.
Couldn't have asked for a better start. Top of middle. Dipindra Singh Airi to right-hander to left-hander. He keeps the stumps in play. And when they miss, as Joel Andrew did, he hits. Joel Andrew gone for 2. West Indies 4 for 1.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप।
मिठाई नहीं मिले वाका तो हम नहीं दे कदी है तो हाका हमारे से नहीं है ये तो बड़ी फलों के अगर वो करा सकते हैं मिस खा गए फायदा कुछ कोई सकता जितना शुरुआत
Casey Carty. It's very good, Dipindra Singh Airi, just doing the fundamentals. I think those are some of the things that have separated the two teams, at least up to now. Those fundamental things.
Yeah, Dipindra Singh Airi just keeping it wicket to wicket, stump to stump. You know in Sharjah it doesn't bounce as much as other locations. And what probably could have been one that go over the stump and you can essay a horizontal back shot. Here in Sharjah you're looking to punch as opposed to cut.
Very good arm ball. You could see that curl back into Kyle Mayers at the very last moment. seam position upright as it went down and curling back in. And again, this is outstanding. 3 overs gone, 5 for 1.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious. Get the best value American degree in the bar. How do you say? Well, we got the best of everything. All at the best value.
East, Amir Changu, all to come. One of the things I always look at, I looked at it in the first game as well, when you have a sort of a fast, medium, fast seamer who's looking to swing the ball, where do you stand as a batter? Do you come out of your comfort zone and stand in front of the crease? Force him to pull the ball down into the surface, or at least you're negating some swing. There's Kati standing. Django and Ogis batted out of their crease last game, and Kati as well. That is outstanding, not surprising. Kushal Patel is brilliant, and we are seeing it again and again and again.
Simply sensational. Cross seam, aerial, and Kushal Bertel. Simply brilliant. Karan Casey keeping it simple. Bertel providing the sensational. Katie Carty having to leave. 5 for 2.
हाँ अजय लोग
East. Attractive looking player, but called on to play a significant role here.
To your reference, Bishop, the standing outside the crease. And I think we've seen it from Hakeem Ogis in the first game. And now you see it again. When you back out of the crease, sometimes there's a feeling as though you still have to go at the ball. You're just moving where you intercept the ball, but you still need to play in relation to your eyes, still under your eyes, still head over the ball. But what a sensational catch. This man has been good, very, very good, Karan KC. We've spoken about the spin. He's been so disciplined and so difficult to dislodge.
They've just been head and shoulders above this West Indies team in both games so far with the bat, and this catching is he's horizontal in the air by the time the ball gets into the hand, similar to something we saw with Kareem Agor in that first game. But it's the commitment and the reaction time which allows him to make it look so easy. Love to see guys. You look at Kushal Bertel and he wants it to be the hot spots. He wants it, he's enthused by it. And that's what I like to see about fielders. Not trying to hide at some point in the field.
But some of the best teams that I've played in, even when it's a dot ball, it gets played to point and everyone is hunting and you're looking at the guy at point. You Do you whip the ball back in? Do you just hold it and pass it along? There's just something about fielding that goes beyond just picking the ball up cleanly. Is that ability to love, to want to see the ball come into your hand, whip it back into the keeper, build a little bit of a vibe. Is the one thing that you all do together as a unit on the field.
You have to love it, Carlos. You have to love fielding. And Nepal, they display that they are brilliant at it. 6 for 2 after 4.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Yet to really get going, is it? That yellow worm for the West Indies. A lot of cricket to be played here still, but no doubt Nepal, they may need to pinch themselves out there. They are right on top, dominating their higher ranked opposition. Their brilliance in the field. Here are 2 West Indian legends, our colleagues in the commentary box. Here, Ian Bishop and Carlos Brathwaite just talk about the importance of loving their fielding. As I'm joined by Sharad Visakar, Nepal adore fielding. They train religiously. They put in extra hours every single game. It's always Irie and Audel, Bertel. They take so many balls, and that's why they're so good.
Yeah, Bertel has been brilliant. Like, Nepal has always been a good fielding side, Andrew, from the starting days of cricket, from way back 1996. Only thing we used to know is about fielding.
I'll tell you something, I don't think there's many better fielders in the world than the man who has the ball in his hand. He's a very skillful bowler as well. Gets that arm ball in. Right now the West Indies look shell-shocked. But it's not just Dipender Singh Irie. Irie, his brilliance with the ball as well. He's so quick between his deliveries. He barely blinked and this over is nearly over.
Those fast twitch muscles doing the trick in the field with the arm. And he's relinquishing this opportunity against both the left-handers. It's the 5th over done. West Indies are 7 for 2.
Hi, I'm Ronishma. पुरा नाम भन्यो भने सोशल मिडियामा स्टक गर्छौ। तर अहिले मलाई मेरो करियरमा फोकस गर्नु छ र हजुरहरूले पनि गर्नुपर्छ किनभने जानु छ अब्रॉड जस्तै अस्ट्रेलियामा डेटा साइन्स, युएसए मा आईटी या युके मा बिजनेस। त्यसैले ग्लोबल रिचलाई गर्नुहोस् राइट स्वाइप। कहाँ पढ्नुहुन्छ, के पढ्नुहुन्छ, कुन युनिभर्सिटी, भिजा कसरी, सबै ग्लोबल रिचले हेर्छ।
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite.
That catch we saw earlier, that was exceptional run out the other day. Right now, Nepal are just out-skilling their opposition. Which is outside leg. They'll get through for the single. Good decision again.
Yeah, good start by Sompal too. Just pitching outside the leg stump. Shake of the head from umpire Devendra Subedi. The West Indies need to move on. Need to fight and fight hard.
They're yet to hit a boundary. We were speaking off air, commentary. All of us collectively saying they need to go at it here in the power play. Finally some aggression, but straight to Kushal Malla. Fields well. For me, they looked shell-shocked. Brilliant
brilliance from Bertel 2 days ago, the run out I was just talking about. Then catching the deep from the very final ball. We didn't talk about that because we were talking about the victory. And then tonight, how good was this?
Absolutely. Diving effort, full length. Flying in the air to his left, the weaker side.
More like it. And finally the runs come. Akeem Auguste, very talented youngster. Had a couple of standout breakthrough innings in the CPL this year. That's clubbed all the way for 6. More like it for the West Indies.
Pace on the ball and it went flat like a bullet. Down the track and comfortably cleared the ropes. Was showing some good form in the previous innings too. Previous game rather. To carry on.
Not quite as big a crowd as we had 48 hours ago, so that side of the ground is vacant, but there's no doubt the West Indies are shell-shocked. Can't quite believe the scale of the manner in which that they're being outplayed. Cannot help but argue that Nepal deserve to be 1-0 up in the series, and unless the West Indies can do something very special, they're going to be staring down the barrel 2-0 down.
It doesn't look too good at the moment. Still finding that ball, those empty stands.
Loved the celebrations, kisses to the crowd, and then leaping Bertel gave the ball a kiss to go with it. Can you get across just how impressive Nepal have been? This is no fluke that they're in such a dominant position.
Actually, they have played really good cricket. Contributed all round with the bat, with the ball, and in the field especially.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the runs, but he's still got his bowling to come. Look at this catch. We always talk about Irie, but Bertel is nearly as good as him. Right the way up there with the very best fielders in the world. Nepal have 2 of them in their 11. Rohit Paudel, pretty good too, as is the man with the ball in his hand, Sampal Kami. Really, maybe with the exception of Lalit Rajbanshi, isn't a weak link in this 11.
Exactly. To name a few more, Sandeep Zora, the guy, scored some runs today. Is equally good as anyone in the field.
Yeah, Rajbanshi, the reason I call him out, that drop catch the other day, it's costly, ran away for 4. He'll be in any Nepal 11 for his fantastic left-arm bowling. Mistimed, definitely rushed him for pace. Finally, a better over as we get to the end of the power play. It's 16 for 2.
यो डाक्टर नवीन को सधैँ नयाँ चमकदार देखिनेका जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छन् कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर खाटी पाकिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाह
छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एसियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो
यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष
The power play, and Rohit Paudel will come into the attack. Primarily did bowl the 3 overs the other evening, but primarily because the left-hander is, well, 2 left-handers out there. Akeem Auguste and Kyle Mares, another good tumbling stop. The speed to the ball from the fielders for Nepal is the most impressive thing. Often hard to get across as it's outside of your camera shot at home. You're just always in the game. Paudel's captaincy continues to go from strength to strength as well, doesn't it?
He's been brilliant rotating his bowlers exactly according to the need of the hour. You can see what he's trying to do is just not giving that length, bowling around that back of the length area.
We saw the headlines that the win created, understandably. Nepal had never beaten a Test nation until 2 days ago in the opening Unity Cup match. The toss is helped away, but again, protection out there. Sandeep Jora, another very fine fielder. I haven't even mentioned Bim Sharkey, who's not here, more of an ODI player. But to those who know cricket in Nepal, to those who know the associate game, the result 2 days ago and the position they're in tonight won't really come as a big surprise, particularly with the number of players the West Indies are missing.
Yeah, it seems it has helped a bit to Team Nepal with the big names not being here. But you can't write this man off on the screen, Kyle Mayers.
Another fantastic piece of fielding and another run saved. 4 singles from the over. It's 20 for 2. I think for reason the gap has narrowed between the associate.
Chat GPT.
Over bowl in international cricket in 3 years. So ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2, all of the Asian Cricket Council that Nepal get to play in, they missed out on the Asian qualification because they finished 4th in the ICC Premier last year in Oman. Simply that exposure, that consistency of fixtures that they get. In your days, what would you have got? Maybe a half dozen or a dozen fixtures a year at best.
The best I remember is we had to prepare just for a tournament in 2 years. Only in a year, 2 years time, we used to get a tournament. Only in the under-19 level, Lenny, we had that belief that we could beat the big nations, and we had done that, but never in the senior team. We, as you said, we didn't get any opportunities.
It's not rocket science, is it? You give associates more opportunities. We'll come back to this in a moment. As the leg side wide will be signalled. Adil Alam is someone that the West Indies may well target. Look at this in their history. I know that this is only in this format. They have played some ODIs against the full members. That Asia Cup was an ODI format. The Cricket World Cup qualifier in 18 and 23, ODI format too. They simply need more exposure. You give the best associates, those 8 teams in Cricket World Cup League 2, all capable. Give them more exposure, they will improve, they will get better. Give them more funding to go with it. Then that improvement will be exponential. You surely want a larger, a more global game, a prospering game. In series like this, so much work has happened between these two boards, and Cricket West Indies deserve huge credit for coming here on a bit of a hiding to nothing, staring down a series defeat. Hit out towards the deep, and taken! Gulshan Jia! Oh, what a catch this is! And it's another moment of magic for the men from Nepal.
What a catch by Gulshan. Again, diving to his left. Ball outside the off stump, went for the slash. Mayers. And a diving effort to the left. Gulshan Jha, you beauty. Fist pump on the air and look at the celebrations.
Well, Hardik Pandya, eat your heart out. There's another all-rounder in town. Gulshan Jha, what a cracker. Mayor's gone for 6. It's 23 for 3.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
Come here, Jangu. Change in the order, change in plans for the West Indies. Opened 2 days ago. His debut down at number 5 today, made 19, but didn't really get going. I think they wanted to try and attack in the power play, the West Indies. Nepal have just been too good for them. They've had too many answers. And yet again, it's the third discipline, the discipline of fielding, that is really providing the highlight moments for Nepal. Could have been another. Maybe Dipendra Singh Airi will feel as though it should have been another. Direct hit here would have been gone. And if anyone could have done it, the Tiger could have.
Look how quick he was, bounced at the ball like a tiger, and the batter was gone for by a foot or so. That would have been hit. Dipendra rarely misses the stumps. This is the second time we have seen him miss.
Again, the speed to the ball, that low centre of gravity that Airi possesses, turns that into a chance. Good Yorker from Adil Alam. What a story for this man. 3 years in the wilderness, back into the team. 1 big 6. And now whilst the catch will go to his name, it was all about Gulshan Jha.
Absolutely, Gulshan Jha just leaping in front of you. Tall man, Gulshan, mind you, but got down at the right moment. Palms under the ball and took it cleanly, and look at the celebrations. One of the youngest member in the team.
Not the right line and helped drain the corner. That'll be 4. Something for Akeem East and the West Indies. It's 28 for 3.
हामी हौ केआईसी अपलोड स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसनको लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम अस्ट्रेलिया युके युएस क्यानाडा न्युजिल्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाईँ आउने हैन त केआईसी
Django on 1. Sounded reasonably good and good enough. And the West Indies need more of that. It won't be easy. It's just a situation they find themselves in.
Finally, some intent. Good use of the feet, pure swing of the bat, and maximum uphill task.
Maybe just sliding down. Maybe not. That catch by Gulshan Jha, I think to really understand its excellence, you have to have a good idea of where he ran from. He just committed himself to the run. Where he ended up and getting low and bending up at knees was one part of the excellence. And he traveled some distance to get to it. Fielding just continues mostly to be brilliant. 35 for 3. Tough to have a high percentage going across the line to that.
Yeah, this is real time, and it's a slash. So you first have to pick up the pace of the ball, the direction. You have to set off to try to get to that drop zone. Because when it's short and dived, and not only when you catch it, but you have to land properly as well. There's a lot to love about that catch from a technique standpoint. There's a lot to love about Nepal cricket and cricket that they're showcasing, not only tonight, but in the first game as well. We talk about doing the basics well. And this is the epitome of basics well looked after and well executed.
It's a real gulf that for this iteration of the West Indies team, it must be a shock to the system as to how far off the ball they found themselves in the first game. With the bat, if not with the ball, I thought they bowled reasonably well, and how far off they are in the field is eye-opening. Whoops, would have been gone as well.
Yeah, it's been so good to watch from Nepal, but there'll be a few persons back in the West Indies and a few questions asked. Yeah, beat from more traditional hot shots. Australia's, your England's. You know, you can compare finances, facilities. You come to Nepal, against Nepal, you need to at least have the basics sorted.
And it continues to go downhill for the West Indies while Nepal continue to ascend to heights that their fans desire. And just in the nick of time, on the cusp of their T20 World Cup qualifiers.
Clever, very, very clever. They've been trying to hack across him, and he's taken all the pace off. One thing they've done very well, Nepal kept the stumps in play, and it disturbed them. Bogey's gone for 17, 38 for 4.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
the best value American degree in Nepal. How do you say? Well, we got the best of everything. All at the best value.
Unity Cup, Nepal versus West Indies, powered by Extreme Energy Drink, in association with Coca-Cola, NASA Securities, Lovey Hospitality Group, associate sponsors, Bajaj Pulsar, Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles, E-Sewa, supported by Model Institute of Technology, MIT, Nepal Airlines, Nepal Tourism Board, Vardhan IVF Nepal, Vivo, broadcasted by Routine of Nepal Bandhan.
For 4. West Indies staring on the barrel of a series loss. A review of the wickets to fall so far. It's a paltry power play. Pressure was built. Joel Andrew the first to go. The Pinja Singer keeping the stumps in play. Which is a theme you would see. Another theme. Brilliant fielding. Kushal Bertel with a magnificent catch. If you think that was good, I'll do you one better. Gulshan Jah. And a good celebration to boot. And then just before the water break, Akeem Oki's last to fall. Keeping the stumps in play. Nepal can smell it. Series win seems to be around the corner. 10 overs and 1 ball to go. New batter Jason Holder had a good game with the ball first game. An important role with the bat. Already a required run rate about 13.
Yeah, well done, the old fella. Even he pulls it back well. Halfway mark of the innings, 41 for 4.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
पञ्चकन्या एसिस्टेन्ट 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित
Well behind. That's the thing that has impressed me actually in the same voice kind of shown up how far behind this West Indies team is behind Nepal. This iteration, as I said, we cannot underestimate the quality of associate cricket. Kushal Bertel.
I think if someone now turned the tally on and West Indies was in this precarious position, 41, now 42 for 4, you'd think the leg spinners run amok. And this is his first, just delivered his first delivery of the contest, so it's an uphill task as it stands, with the required rate being 13.5 or close to. 4 overs of Bertel left. It's an even bigger task.
My co-commentator said when he saw it going in the air, he said, "Oh Lord." Carlos was expecting another specky.
The ball is in the air and it doesn't hit stands. You just never know. There's a Nepal Airlines cricketer somewhere close. Can dive forward, left or right and snatch a catch.
He said that well enough, Jason Holder.
Simple equation, more of these needed. Plenty more. Jason Holder with 1-6. This brings Bertel into the game. You have to attack him. That is the situation.
Again, and that will help. And no other option but to keep going and to try to change and shift the balance of power. Make the impossible possible.
Jason Holder's been in tremendous form with the bat coming straight out of CPL. His best CPL. You've seen it continue here tonight. Even against the more fancy leg spin. Able to transfer his weight, get deep. To use his long levers, firstly straight back over the bowler's head and then the second one straight out of the ground.
Yeah, and just to look at what the West Indies, it is, as we say proverbially, a mountain to climb. Fabian Allen to come, Akil Hussain, so to shift that balance on a small ground, they'll need 3 or 4 big overs to draw things back. Suppose it out there, it's not impossible. Not impossible.
I think what they would take heart from if they get those 2 or 3 big overs, you think back to the first game, Nepal sensing victory, and they'd had a 2-over spell where they dropped catches and they looked a little bit untidy. Probably only 2-over spell we've seen. Can they use some intent, get some runs on the board and put some pressure on Nepal? Running is important. That would definitely have been 2 in the Nepal innings. And it's barely 1 for the West Indies. And after the 11th over, 57 for 4.
Hotel at your fingertips. देशभरिका विभिन्न होटलहरू बुक गर्नुहोस् विकिङमा। अब होटल बुकिङ पनि ई-सेवाबाटै।
List of the broadcasters for this series across Nepal, Australia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, subcontinent except India, Sony, fan code in India, routine of the Middle East, Mellow. Can they see some entertainment from the other side? Yeah, that'll help as well. So can this build into something and shift the ascendancy for the West Indies?
There's definitely been a shift of intent. I think that was just Amir Jain digging out a Yorker. There's been a shift in intent since the water break. It's now or never. Maybe need to give him a little more credit. Maybe a little bit of opening of the face. Good skills from Django.
Oops, whoops. Oh goodness. With this sort of athleticism and skill in the field, those qualifiers begin on the 8th of October for Nepal. This would be a heck of an achievement for them. Might have been back. Well, 6'7", 6'8" of him. To build towards those World Cup qualifiers. And on current form, you'd back them to be one of the teams to come through. Just enough. Oh, good save. Good save. Very good save. Might be Kushal Mala.
here is trouble. I thought that was 6. Oh man, he thought that was gone. Still maybe it's a boundary check. But look at the effort, the skill. Terrific touch the foot on the way back in. But to get up as high as he did, traditionally short in stature, and then to release it, that is fantastic. By my account, I'm not the one that matters on this occasion, but regardless if that's a 6 or not, that is a superb effort and exhibition of skill from Kushal Malla.
I'll give that a save, actually. I think he might have released it just in time. They still want clarification. But that's the sort of effort you're seeing from them. And that's going to set them apart from many teams, not only at the associate level, but at the full member international level with so many wonderful fielders. Good save. There are two things that I'd like to see Nepal improve on. They've had, 49 dot balls today. I think might have just been a little bit more than 50, or slightly 52 in the first game. And to see more often one of their batters go on to those big half centuries more often. He hasn't hit it nearly well enough, and that's routine. Simply routine for that man, Kushal Patel.
If you offer a chance like that, you can walk to Kushal Patel. He's lofted, he took a few steps in, approached it as easy as ever, and a kiss of death for Amir Jangu. What a welcome re-addition to the team. Deal. Jangu going for 16, 63 for 5.
Fabian Allen, good power hitter, but can he drive a wedge between this push here by Nepal for their first series victory over a full member nation? A historic series might be heading for a historic conclusion. Fundamentals so very good, and the fielding outstanding. 64 for 5.
Your Dr. Naveen को सधैँ नयाँ चमकदार देखिनेका जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छन् कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी पाकिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाल
छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एसियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो
यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षित घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं
3 words that can really describe it, and it is my, oh my. You're witnessing it with your very eyes. The Nepal fans who've come here, and the millions around the world. We've received messages from people watching in the early hours in Australia, right the way across to America, through Korea, Japan, and where that entire Nepalese diaspora is. They cannot quite believe what they're witnessing. They're standing on the brink of history here. Zlatan Rajbanshi finally comes into the attack. It's taken an awfully long time to be brought in because of all of those left-handers. We could be in for an action-packed period here, Sachin, because these two are going to certainly keep swinging.
They have to. They have no other choice. This is how the 5th wicket was gained by Nepal. An easy catch this by Kushal. He's taken some amazing catches. He would certainly not miss that. And the Nepal fans celebrating on the stands, back home, everywhere.
Fabian Allen very capable, and he's got a really good piece of that. Even Kushal Bertel, who's maybe in the peak fielding form of his career, can't cut that off.
Desperate dive. West Indies will need far more number of these. They need boundaries. You'll have to question the intent of West Indies. They were 7 for 2 or 5. They could have, I think, gotten more aggressive against current case, especially.
Looked awfully cautious in the power play, didn't they? A little bit shell-shocked walking off. Nepal took the momentum in from that first innings.
Couldn't have agreed more, Lenny. Yes, they were bowling well, but there was no effort from the West Indies batters to disturb the length line. Excellent yoga. Jason Holder now will have to lead this improbable chase. Improbable, I'll tell you, because 102 needed a 45.
Two fans there, the very top of your screen, underneath, I think one of the great West Indians who bowled here in the Nepal jerseys. They're giving us a wave there, actually, right on cue. Those two fans there, I just met them. I was in sniffing around for a nice cold drink, as always, you know me. Looking for a soft drink, and I jumped into these two, bumped into them even. They've flown all the way from Sydney to be here today. You talk about the passion of Nepal fans. Seeing the colour and the camaraderie of them. But these two fans, Sachin, have come all the way from Sydney. Just zoom out of it, there's Paris Kadka as well. Why wouldn't you get VIP tickets when you've flown all the way from Australia?
They deserve it. I met them as well before the match started. And that fanaticism is not even new for the Nepalese team. The single very well done, very well fielded by Gulshan.
Excellent work. End of the 13th, 74 for 5.
पिउने पानी भण्डारणको लागि सबैभन्दा उपयुक्त स्टेनलेस स्टिल वाटर ट्याङ्क पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याङ्क 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित।
We belong to the stage. Very close against South Africa. I keep repeating this because there were a number of fans who also flew to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to support our team. We're very close. This means so much to the fans.
Change of ends for Kushal Bertel with a bigger leg side boundary for a bit of protection now. Definitely still a part-time leg spinner despite that impressive strike rate. He takes a wicket every 12 balls in this format. Holder took a liking to him, hit one out onto the road. Fabian Allen might just be best served by getting Holder onto strike. The West Indies need an awful lot of big ones. Hold him. Inside edge. Fabian Allen cannot believe it. And Bertel is another.
You will not be impressed with Lenny Bertel. He doesn't believe he's a part-timer. This is why he thinks he is a perfect all-rounder. He's got this wicket. Was expecting some pace there, Fabian Allen. Pulled really slow, dragged it on. A bit of turn as well. And the bill's dislodged.
Can't quite believe what he's done. Fabian Allen, well, the Hasaranga-esque celebration comes out. He's been dismissed for 7. It's 74 for 6.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
Skipper to the crease, very, very capable with the bats. It's a very big ball as well, but he's going to need to hit an awful lot of them because that required run rate spiralling out of control. It's exactly 15 runs per over. Really no signs that the West Indies are going to be able to offer that at all. Little googly. Great skills from Kushal Bertel. Nicely bowled this one.
Akhil was expecting a wide. The initial movement made the umpire to go otherwise. Very intelligent bowling. He understands that he's moving inside the crease there, Akhil Hussain. Kushal.
He's looking for that slog sweep, isn't he? Slightly shorter side on the leg side now for the left-hander. 4 deliveries without a run yet in this over. Exactly where he wants to target, but there's a fielder there. It's another. Nepal are simply in wonderland, and Kushal Bertel continues that quite awesome strike rate he has in this format. He's got 2 in the over. This is turning into a rout.
Akhil Hussain, the skipper, he was expecting that length. He caught that length as well. Could not connect to the ball properly. Eventually held pretty easily by Adil.
What a piece of captaincy as well from Rohit Powell. Dismissed around the park from the other end. 16 from his first. 3 dots and 2 wickets in this one. Hussain back to the hutch. He's gone for a duck. 74 for 7. Haven't been a say to the crease. Slip comes into place. The skipper himself says, I've got 2 in the over. I'd quite like 3, please, Kushal. Not to be, but it will be a double wicket maiden. Remarkable scenes here in Sharjah. 74 for 7.
So much of expectations, and he has stood out every time.
Well, the party mood and the vibes are in. I'm not sure about the hairstyle, but who am I to talk about hair? It's back at Rajbanshi. Very much a tacklu here in the commentary box, isn't that right?
I've not seen a prouder bald man. Ever.
Old is beautiful, remember, Sach? We're making it that way. Yeah, the reason they were up dancing, there was a little bit of Mata Dale Dale ringing around Sharjah. I think it was one of the big hits of last year, wasn't it? Nepal, they adore their music. Skillful bowling again, right into the block hole. This is simply sensational, the stuff of dreams for Nepal.
This is unreal. As a fan, as an spectator who's been with the team, who's seen the growth of national team since 2000, I mean, this is a very emotional moment for all the fans of Nepal cricket. Looked him up again, 2 and 2, very consistent, Lalit. This shows the growth, Lenny. You've been with the team as well, around Nepal cricket. We've spoken about Nepal cricket for so long. Wanted Nepal cricket to go higher in stature, and this scorecard actually is very, very touching for all the cricket fans around the world, Nepalese cricket fans around the world.
Not just a big day for cricket in Nepal, a big, massive day for associate cricket. I heard what Ian Bishop was saying there about just how impressed he is by the rise and the quality of cricketers from associate nations. There's always been good individuals, but now there's great teams. They're getting such exposure and deserved exposure. I have to pay credit to Cricket West Indies as well. So many other full members would not have come here to play this series. Stuart Law, the job he has done, he knew how good a coach he was coming into this role for Nepal, but I think it's been the perfect fit. Exceptional with the USA, guided them to the Super 8s. Nepal still have to qualify for that World Cup next year in India and Sri Lanka. But if they can get there through that qualifier, out them doing something similar. I think if they get there, they'll be one of the stories of India 2026.
Absolutely. And the kind of form the team is right now, you expect them to get through. 50 dot deliveries. Incredible bowling. That's for sure, but you'll also have to question the intent. I'm repeating this because the West Indies, especially in the power play overs, didn't look to counter-attack at all.
Simply they're being outplayed. There's nothing more to it. Outplayed, outskilled, definitely outwanted as well. Nepal are so hungry for this. Brilliant skills. He's nailed every delivery right where he wanted it there. Rajbanshi 2 from the over. 76 for 7.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Was difficult. Can came in difficult times. The home ground is being renovated. What they did is they organized the series overseas here in Sharjah.
This man is having a first 3-wicket haul in T20 international cricket. There's one big six as well. After the 3 years that he has had, he is probably pinching himself out there too. An enforced change because of that injury to Nandan Yadav, but certainly someone who showed so much promise in his very early years, in his teenage years. For Nepal, great to see him back too.
Even has been extraordinary in his comeback match. The offside, the length from the Nepali bowlers. They know that the West Indian Nepali bowlers, because they know that the West Indian batters are looking for something they can go underneath. To talk about Nepal's journey so far, talk about Stuart Law, and also have to add a few more names to that list. Monty Desai, Pufdada Sanai, Roy Dice, great coaches Nepal had. And Jagat Tamata as well.
It's also the brand of cricket that they play. Yes, absolutely, you're right to name the likes of Paburi Dasanayaka and Monty Desai, the impact that they have had on Nepal. And Stuart Law's really coming in and building on their success, building on their platform, and the way in which this young man has captained them. I just think the quality of cricket, the brand of cricket they are playing, it's so exciting. They are simply outplaying a side as good as the West Indies. You might say, okay, they're missing Romario Shepherd, Shea Hope, Nicholas Pooran retired from international cricket last year. Yes, they're missing maybe half a dozen, maybe 8 or 9 that will be there at the T20 World Cup next year. These are still full-time players, all part of that CPL last month, all with significantly better facilities and funding than Nepal have. This is a giant killing of epic proportions.
Trying to use the long handle. No proper connection at all, and very rightly put, Lenny. People talk about how talented these players are, these youngsters are. They're also equally hard-working bunch of young lads, very disciplined. Take their cricket very seriously. Years of hard work, and the players who started it off.
Nicely picked up, but is a fielder there? Of course there is. Who else would it be? It's Kushal Bertel again. Adil Alam has 4. They're dancing in the stands, not just here in Sharjah, but right the way across the Himalayas.
8 down already now. Adil has had 4 to his name. Kushal Bertel, the ball is chasing him tonight. And the West Indian innings falling like a house of cards. Pretty good catch, good awareness. This young man today is ecstatic.
Exceptional. So good, glorious shots these. It's Badesi gone for 2, 79 for 8.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
Career best figures. 4 for 23 for Mohammad Adil Alam. This must feel like a fever dream for him, for others. In the squad for the entire nation. Young Zishan Matara on his debut only got the one over with the ball. He's called upon with the bat now. So nearly a fabulous fifer. But it's squeezed out to the leg side. 16 have been bowled. It's 80 for 8.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Well, delirious scenes, ecstatic scenes here in Sharjah. Nepal have been wonderful. Nothing short of that. Lalit Rajbanshi looks to put the finishing touches on this victory.
box here. Ian Bishop is down getting ready for the post-match presentation already. The great man probably can't quite understand exactly what has happened to his beloved West Indies, though it's a weaker side here, no doubt. Here's the catch. I'm instead joined by Paresh Lahani. How good was that? He made it look easy.
Kushal Bhurtel is a very good fielder, quick through the turf. It looked very comfortable to him.
Towards long off, Gulshan Jah. Oh, you won't believe it! He's done it again! This is exceptional! Even Stuart Law can't believe what he's witnessing! It's been the pitch-perfect performance from the most impressive young side! Sensational!
Youngest member of the side, Gulshan Jah. Second unbelievable catch. Pat long off. Again, diving to his left. Plucked the ball out of thin air.
Extraordinary. My oh my, what are we witnessing? The stuff of dreams for Nepal. Holder's gone for 21. It's 81 for 9. See that catch? Did you see that catch?
Jediah Blades at number 11. We've seen one of the great fielding performances here in associate history. Maybe one of the great fielding performances in T20I history. How good is this, Paresh? Oh,
He ran probably 15 to 20 meters to take that catch. Exceptional.
incredible scenes. Sandeep Johra says, how's he taking it? I can't believe it. Nepal had to wait 181 matches to beat a full member nation for the first time in their history. One game later, they're just about to make further history and take a remarkable and extraordinary and quite sensational series win over the West Indies in this inaugural Unity Cup.
We should thank Cricket Association of Nepal, Cricket West Indies, for this series, the bilateral series. The first time Nepal has played against the full member nation.
Oh, not like this. Don't end it like this, West Indies. Crowds have been exceptional. The Zamzam brothers there joining the Cricket Association of Nepal. President Chatur Bahadur Chand, well dressed too.
They actually are always well dressed. Same color of dress, the two brothers.
The big social media is in Nepal. They're up there in the VIP seat. 17 bowled. It's 83 for 9.
Fair and Handsome भनेको छ smart and handsome brightening cream and face wash with nature and science. That side reduces dark spots, gives instant brighter look. Smart and handsome. हरेक दिन
Handsome code.
Dominated the West Indies in all three facets.
Kushal Bhurtel, has he created an opportunity? Not another catch in the deep. Of course it is. And
Karen Casey, fittingly, the Valentine's Day hero from 7 years ago, seals a series win for Nepal. In absolute wonder, in astonishment, the fans and players alike. They've won by 90 wins and they're going to win this inaugural Unity Cup. Nepal, you beauties, you've done it in some style.
History has been made today here by Nepal team. Nepal winning the game by 90 runs. This is the first time ever in history of Nepal cricket that they have won a series against the nation.
A man who has been around this team longer than anyone in the shape of Karen Casey. It's another exceptional catch. We barely even noticed it in amongst a litany of world-class grabs. This man takes wickets quicker than anyone else with the exception of Kuldeep Yadav in T20 internationals. He may be a part-timer, he can't stop taking wickets, the opening batter. 3 for 16 for him. And Rohit Powdell has pulled off an absolute masterstroke here in Sharjah with the guidance of Stuart Law. I don't think anyone who's here tonight will ever forget this day. And after a September that created such headlines and such chaos back in Nepal, there is solace, there is joy, and there is beauty in this series win.
They are all dancing the song that was made famous by a famous bandit back in Nepal.
They have simply been too good. They have deserved every moment of this victory. It's simply a week that is going to live in the memory of every single person of Nepalese origin, whether they're back in Nepal or wherever they are in the diaspora around the world. I can't quite believe what we're witnessing, and it's the manner in which they did it. Stuart Law spoke about not wanting that moniker, that nickname of the Cardiac Kids anymore. Well, it may be ending here in Sharjah because they've done it with such ease. They have cruised home. I love Nepal. I couldn't say it any better myself if I tried, Paresh.
All spectators here in Sharjah Cricket Stadium in Nepal and around the world, they're very excited and happy to see the first ever series win against a full member nation and first ever played as well.
That's what makes it so hard to do it, because the associates get such few opportunities. That beautiful flag is flying high here. I don't think a single fan will leave this ground because Nepal have the tradition. Every time they take a win, in fact, whether they win or lose, they will always go and take a lap of honour to thank their fans. They think they have the best fans in the world. I don't think many cricket fans would argue with them. Traditional victory song for the nation rings out around this hallowed historic ground. Nepal have won, not by a margin, by a huge margin, 90 runs. It's an unassailable 2-0 series lead for them. I think they quietly fancy they might win one here in Sharjah. They could win all 3.
Because of the series win, they might have that confidence to go and win tomorrow. Last game of the bilateral series against West Indies. Lap of honor, all the players thanking their fans, came out here in numbers.
This is a halcyon day. It's an exclusive list. Just 6 times have an associate beaten a full member in any bilateral series. Afghanistan did it against Zimbabwe twice. That helped vault them up towards test status as they ascended alongside Ireland. Ireland never did it. They had plenty of famous one-off victories. They never won a bilateral series over a full member. Namibia did it back in 2022, beating Zimbabwe 3-2 in T20Is. USA beat Bangladesh last year there in Texas, and then UAE did it at this very ground here in Sharjah. now Nepal have joined that most exclusive of clubs. Just 6 times in history it's happened. Certainly you cannot argue that they have not deserved anything but this victory, anything but this series victory. The great Ian Bishop here with us on commentary has been blown away, staggered by how impressive Nepal have been. This is a nation on the rise, a nation with lofty goals, dreams of test status and World Cups in years to come. They've been to 2 T20 World Cups, even Sharad Vasakar's down there celebrating. Enough work for you, sir, you enjoy the moment too. They've been brilliant and deserve every minute of this, and I'm so glad it was Karen Casey who took that winning catch.
Talking about Sharad Vasakar, he was one of the good servants for Nepal cricket. He's the one who got Nepal qualified in the first T20 International World Cup that Nepal played in 2014.
Sense it's going to be many more to come. They'll be eyeing that World Cup next year, but look at this tale of woe for the West Indies. Just 3 batters got to double figures. No real intent in the power play, which was the big surprise, but the quality of fielding from Nepal, it simply shell-shocked the Windies. There's maybe just a tinge of red in that beautiful moon, fittingly so, because Mohammad Adil Alam on his return to international cricket, alongside Asif Sheikh and Sandeep Johra, the 3 real standouts, Kushal Bertel of course too, not just with his bowling but his fielding. This is a day of epic magnitude for the nation of Nepal. Brilliant performances from all of the bowlers used. Take a look at all of the wickets. Paresh, they were blitzing right from the off. Defender Singh Irene, he got it going.
Yeah, he all started with his overs, 3 overs, 1 for 4, and look at the catch by Kushal Bertel, timing to his left. This catch was an unbelievable catch by the youngest member of the team.
One of so many brilliant moments in the field, almost like they were continuing to try and outdo each other. By Bertel standards, that's as easy as they come. He got into the wickets his first off, number 16, maybe not disgusted. This one was made look easy as well by Mohammad Adil Alam. Then Bertel, well, makes the difficult simple, so well held. And for me, the pick of the bunch, Gulshan Jha.
Yes, he ran probably 15 to 20 meters, diving to his left, just inches away from the ropes. And this was the last wicket to go. Karan Casey taking another smart catch in the boundary line.
Exceptional. Simply exceptional in every department. Nepal, they have thoroughly outplayed the 2-time champions of the world in this format to take a first ever series win. There's selfies and photos aplenty in the crowd. Don't think they're going to be able to close this stadium because every Nepal fan will want to be here into the wee hours. It's a Monday evening. You could maybe not have imagined in your wildest dreams Nepal win by 90 runs and are 2-0 up in this series. They will get their hands on the Unity Cup tomorrow night, and the way in which they're playing, do not rule out that it could be a 3-0 series clean sweep. I'm going to be fascinated to hear what both captains have to say in just a few moments. That will be compared by Ian too far, Nepal in dreamland.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite.